Good morning. It's about 9:30 on the 12th of August, 2022. We're out here in the backyard. I've already finished my latte macchiato, my morning coffee that I love. In fact, I don't usually have more than one coffee in a day, so I really appreciate my morning coffee. We got the grill out, the old Weber grill, which is already, 30 years old, I think. And with the hope that we'd get around to grilling some meat or some sausages or something, but in fact, it's so hot during the daytime. And by the time we would get around to it, it's we're too tired. This is the way it is. When you get older, that's just the way it is. Karen, a few months ago, Karen said, "Let's get a fire bowl." And she said, "But I want a big one. I want one that's 1 meter in diameter." So I said, I'll check eBay, and I found they were quite expensive. I mean, a couple $100 for the big ones. And then I found one that said 100 centimeter, high quality, 35 euros. And I thought, gee, even if it isn't high quality, if it's that big, it doesn't matter really. It's going to look like it's going to get rusty in, and it doesn't matter what it looks like that much anyway. So I ordered it, and it came, and it was not 100 centimeters, it was 55 centimeters. And I wrote the seller, and I said, "I don't want this thing. It's much too small." And so he wrote back and said, "Well, I'll give you I'll reduce the price on it." And I said, "No, I don't want it. I'll send it back to you. It's no problem." And he said, "Well, why don't you just keep it then, and I'll send you your money back," which he did. And I thought, geez, it's getting to the point now where this stuff isn't even worth. I mean, it's nothing special to be sure, but why bother? I mean, even the postage alone cost him something. And well, yeah, a couple of months later, the criminal police in Germany contacted us and said, "Did you get a fire bowl and from somewhere on eBay?" And we said yes. And it turned out that the guy had figured out some scheme to cheat companies out of their products and sell them without paying for them. So I said we would return the thing, but in the meantime, it is rusty, and we never heard any more about it, so I guess they don't want it anymore. The weird things that happen. Anyway, this is our garden, our backyard garden. And it is beautiful out here. I love being out here. During the daytime, it's really too hot. By 10:30 this morning, it will be probably over almost 90 degrees out here, and I just don't enjoy that anymore at all. And I never was a fan of real hot weather, and now at my age, it's really no fun at all. So we don't come out during the day much. We do come out in the morning like this and enjoy our beautiful garden. It isn't as beautiful as it could be if we had some rain, but there is no rain to be had. We haven't had any rain we haven't had enough rain to do any good at all as far as the plants are concerned. I think it's been almost 3 months. In any case, we can walk around a little bit. I have my gimbal here that I'm holding, and I'll try to keep from shaking any more than necessary. It's pretty good about correcting for my shaking. So let's get up. Karen capped a couple of the willows here this year, and they died. It's quite unusual. Normally they come back, but they died probably because it was too dry. I suppose it really was. The fence is finished, as you can see over there. I'm quite pleased with the way it came out. We had the idea to put a fence in, but the ground over on that side there's a little creek right next to that area over there, and as a consequence, there were trees there that have stumps and roots. It's virtually impossible. We could not have dug out and put cement. We could not have done like we did with the fence down on the west end, digging holes and putting cement in and using steel poles. So I got these wood beams here, poles here, and steel spikes that you pound into the ground. Just have a special thing to use a sledgehammer to pound them in. And then the wood and then metal caps on top of them. And they look nice and they work just fine. So we're quite pleased with that. Karen and our friend Matthias put it in, put the fence in a couple of days, I think. So we've got this area cordoned off here because Helgrim, those stones there, Helgrim is a stone freak, and he likes to grab the stones and chew them up, and that is what caused all the trouble with his teeth and getting so sick as he was in the beginning when he was 2 years old, when he got tetanus. See what the lawn looks like. It's just all yellow and brown. Absolutely not attractive at all. But there's nothing we can do about it. We can't water. That's out of the question. It would be basically irresponsible to try to water anyhow. Europe is drying out, and it's all a problem, big problem. But when you get to be my age, you necessarily have the idea it's someone else's problem. I'm fortunate enough to be living in an area that's still peaceful and under very comfortable conditions. This our backyard here is almost 3,000 square feet. Yeah, 3,000 square meters. Is that right? Yeah, 3,000 square meters, which is almost 30,000 square feet. I haven't had to mow but once or twice this year. I thought I'd show you the neighbor's lawn here. They don't have, their dogs don't come out, so their ground is smoother than ours is. They have a Husqvarna auto mower, robotic mower, and I have to say it does a beautiful job. Of course, they have a very flat, they have a very flat lawn ground here too, so the robot can do a good job on mowing. A couple of apple trees there that throwing all their apples down. Of course, the robotic mower grinds up the apples. It doesn't like them either, of course, as you can imagine. That's our asparagus patch over there, which is now, of course, dormant, or I mean, it's growing like crazy, the plants, but there's no more asparagus to be had this year. So in spite of my arthritis, I'm able to walk relatively well. Karen and I went for a walk a couple of kilometers the other day. I suffered afterward, but not seriously. So we're gonna go in. Karen will be back soon, and we'll be I'll fix breakfast in the meantime. We have our usual breakfast of bread rolls and chilled by. She'll be at the bakery right about now buying the bread rolls and soft-boiled eggs and a little jam, some ham maybe. Karen likes salami, she'll have some salami, and we'll have a pot of tea. I think I'm just going to shut this off and send it off to YouTube, and hope you enjoy seeing our morning ritual. And I'll be with you again soon, hopefully. Cheers.